I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I would beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the fifth round. As always, your boy, Stephen Moustaris. And man, UFC 276 this weekend was fucking phenomenal. Since it's a long weekend, it kind of kicked off the 4th of July weekend, I would say. You know, solid Saturday performances. You know, woke up Sunday, go golf. You know, Sunday afternoon, you know, out by the pool with the fam. 4th of July yesterday. Luckily got to be out on a boat. You got to see some fireworks. So, like, all around phenomenal weekend, especially for us fight fans. Like, UFC 276 starting off the weekend for us was phenomenal. So, I just kind of broke down what I kind of thought of Sugar Sean's no contest against Pedro Munoz. But this leads me into, you know, I definitely want to sit here. And this one was tough for me. I won't lie to you guys. Recently I've been getting really lucky in a lot of my videos. I've been talking about it, how when your favorite fighters are fighting, you almost get more nervous. Or like if you have a friend fighting or something, like you get more nervous than it would be your own self in there. And I've gotten very lucky in the last couple of months and not being like too nervous outside of a couple fights. But like when my favorite fighters fight, I'm nervous. Like I'm sure a lot of people are out there. Like you don't want to see them lose. You don't want to do any, like you don't want to see them get hurt, knock out, nothing. You want to see these guys win in fighting such a scary sport. So it was like this Max Holloway Volkanovski fight. I've been on the Blessed Express for years and years and years. Blessed era, it is what it is. I say it every fucking day because of Max Holloway, and I really, really thought that he was going to come in there and get the job done, but goddamn, hats off to Alexander Volkanovski. I won't even sit here and be salty about it. Not realistically, I didn't actually almost shed a tear Saturday, but I felt like I was on the verge of just pure sadness when it came to MMA. Like, I talk about it all the time. It's kind of like watching our favorite fighters, like Robbie Lawler, even for example, like. Luckily, Donald Cerrone got choked out and retired, but if Cerrone would have got knocked out, it would have been the same way. But, like, watching these guys like Robbie Lawler get knocked out by a Brian Barberina, who, no offense to Brian, because that man's a barn burner. Any fights he's ever been in, he brings the show. But in all fairness, in my belief, in Robbie Lawler's prime, in his early 20s, even mid-30s, all the way up to his mid-30s, like 5 years ago, I would say this is somebody he would never lose to. And even though he was looking good there for a little bit, you know, seeing him get knocked out was sad, but it's kind of how I felt watching Max Holloway. It was just depressing all around. He never really even had his moment in there. Volkanovski was looking phenomenal. He even started to talk shit a little bit to Holloway during the fight, kind of saying, no, you're too slow, all this. Like, man, I've been a fan of Volkanovski. I'm not going to say he made a fan of me this weekend because I've been a huge fan of him since before he was a champion, but it just always sucked because I was a bigger Holloway guy. But man, to see, I don't think anybody realizes, other than some of the diehards out here, but I don't think many people realize how big of a dominant fight that was. Like, especially for what, you know, two guys at the top of their game, number 1 and 2 in the world of that division, they're in the pound for pound list. Like, I was trying to explain this to one of my buddies the other day. This would be like you can take your pick of any of the 90s teams of the Bulls, that any of the three-peat teams, from 90 to 93, or the, you know 96 to 98 or whatever it was. You could take any one of those and play the Lakers, and either one, it's like one of them just dominating them and sweeping them in 4 games. It's like those the best teams ever, or even like the Warriors team. Anyway, you guys kind of get the gist. It's like we're watching the 2 best ever in that division fight, and it's like how we talk about LeBron versus MJ. It's kind of another one. Like, if we, you know, I'm not sitting here calling Volkanovski or Holloway LeBron or MJ in the grand scheme of MMA, but I am in that division. They both are the top. They're both the GOATs, in my opinion. I think they're better than Aldo. They both beat Aldo. You know, Conor McGregor didn't really get a chance to do his thing. So for these guys to do what they've been doing and just always just lapping the competition, and to see these guys go up against each other, I thought it was going to be close and whatnot, like the first 2 fights. And no, man, it was like watching Michael Jordan dominate LeBron, or LeBron dominating Michael Jordan. Like, it was something else, man. It was so impressive, so sad. All around, I was just mixed emotions. And, it sucks because, like, where does Holloway to go now? Like, he's going to just keep fighting guys in the 145 and probably keep winning for a while, but, like, you can't throw him up against Volkanovski. Like, there's rumblings of him going up to 155. I mean, we saw it against Dustin Poirier. He had the numbers. The power wasn't there. I don't know, man. I just don't know where I want to see Max go. He's done everything he possibly can. He's still got so much in the tank. I don't want to sit here and say, like, oh, he's got to retire or anything like that. Like, this isn't, like, he's not at, like, the Tony Ferguson level yet. But the boy has been in there for, good God, like 15 years now in professional MMA. Like, that adds up, dude. I know he's only my age. He's probably like 30, 31, I think. Maybe 29 still. Pretty close to one of those. But still, like, in a couple years my age, and it's like me, I mean, I've taken some punches in the gym, but I've never been, like, rocked or nothing like that. But, like, I'm not a professional fighter either. Like, my 30 is, even though I'm 28, but, like, my 30 or, like, the average person 30 is still young. But when you're taking punches and kicks and all the damage he's been doing for years, and I know he doesn't spar anymore, but still, like, he took so much damage the other night, like, stuff starts to add up on you. So that 30, he's a lot older than what he looks, I should say, when it comes to the MMA world. And, I just don't want to see him, just fighting cans, or he'll never fight cans, but I don't want to see him fight like the Yair Rodriguez's anymore, the Ortegas, like Josh Emmett. I don't want to see that anymore because, like, one, he's either just going to go out there and look great and win and just collect some money, or he's going to start getting caught up to and start getting slapped, and it's sad. And I don't think he should go up to 155. I don't think he's got the power for it. We've seen it before, seen it against Volkanovski. And if Volkanovski goes up to 155, because I know Holloway beat Charles Oliveira, but, like, still, if Volkanovski goes up and wins, like, which he has a really good fighting style. I know he's short as shit, but the dude has a really good fighting style. I don't see many people beating him or at least damaging him like that. Like, what, Holloway's going to move up just to have to fight him again at 155? Like, I don't know. And for Volkanovski, like, possibilities are endless. He can keep running the division. He can run 55. I wouldn't be shocked at all if he somehow wins at 55 and he's the first, like, legitimate double champ who's active. Like, I know Amanda Nunes did it, but, like, Amanda Nunes wasn't that active there for a little bit. Like, I know she did fight and defend both of them within the year. The one year, I think in, like, 2019, 2020, one of those. But still wasn't the same. It wasn't like she kept going on. She took a lengthy break, ends up taking the title from her, so it's different. Yeah, I'm just sitting here at a loss for words, because shouts out to Max. You're still a huge fan, but Volkanovski, he's that man. I don't know who's going to beat him. I'm happy for him, and boy was that impressive. But it's been the 5th round. As always, you guys have a good one.